YouTube beer geeks. Welcome to another Craft Beer Geek beer review. I'm Wes, the Craft Beer Geek, and tonight I have another Christmas beer for you here. We're looking at a beer from Abita. This is their Christmas beer, Christmas ale. Abita Brewing is out of Abita Springs, Louisiana. Don't have too much information on this one, just going off what's on the bottle. It says, each year at the Abita Brewery, we craft a special dark ale for the holiday season. Then Papa Noel harnesses up his team of gators and makes this special delivery. The recipe changes each year so that Abita Christmas Ale is always the perfect gift. And I bought this single bottle, 12-ounce bottle of the beer here at Total Wine and More that just recently opened up here in town. It's been a while since I've had a beer from Abita Brewing, so this will be quite interesting. So let's get this one cracked open into a glass and see what it's like. Okay, so as you can see, the Abita has poured out a medium dark brownish color. I do see some light coming through the glass here. It is somewhat of a cloudy beer. The head seemed to dissipate quite rapidly on this one. Didn't seem to stick around very much. Let's see what the aroma is like on this one. I'm getting a very sweet, nutty kind of aroma in the nose, sort of like a toasted wheat bread kind of nuttiness to it. A little bit of a pecan sort of note. Smells pretty good, smells pretty inviting. So let's see what the Abita Christmas Ale tastes like this year. If you're drinking along, cheers. Okay, right off the bat, as soon as you take a drink of the Abita Christmas Ale, you notice that there's some hoppiness to it, definitely some very piney, very traditional sort of hop flavors in there, and then you finish it off with a slightly roasty, slightly nutty kind of malt flavor. Again, sort of those toasted wheat bread kind of caramelized sugar kind of notes. Yeah, this is pretty interesting so far. It's sort of like in a Sierra Nevada Celebration Ale if you amped up the maltiness and brought down the hoppiness a little bit. A little bit more balanced than the Celebration Ale, a little bit maltier than the Celebration Ale. Kind of an interesting beer here. I'm liking how this is so far. Yeah, tasty beer so far. I'm not sure that this necessarily says Christmas to me. It's a good beer, but it's just a hoppy brown ale kind of thing, I guess you could say. Does have a nice amount of carbonation, which I like, and I'm able to stir that back up, which is nice. As I'm getting further into this beer, I'm noticing some sort of almost some orange peel kind of flavors maybe in there. I'm not really sure. I'm picking up sort of some dark citrusy kind of notes, like a dried orange peel or something. I guess one thing that can be said for this beer, as opposed to most Christmas ales, is this one isn't just a bunch of spices in a beer. A lot of times Christmas ale just tends to be a very spicy ale, and this one's not spicy. This is sort of a hoppy brown ale. As I said, I'm getting a little bit of it seems like there's like some citrus peels or something in here, citrus rind or something maybe. Maybe that's just my imagination, but that's what I'm tasting here. Okay, so for some final thoughts and to wrap up the review of the Abita Christmas Ale. Good solid hoppy brown ale. Some really nice flavors, some really nice caramelized sort of toasted wheat bread kind of flavors. A nice hoppy backbone to it. It's not like a hop bomb. It's not going to tear your mouth up or anything, but it's got a nice amount of hoppiness to it. Definitely will hit the spot for any hop lover. And as I said, I'm also getting some sort of citrusy kind of orange peel kind of notes in there as well. Has a good bit of carbonation. It's nicely balanced. It's a good, enjoyable beer. Something I think would go well with some food, maybe maybe even a piece of pumpkin pie or something. I think this would work really well, sort of not trying to contrast a beer with spices with the pumpkin pie that has spices. I think that would this would work better with a pie, bringing some some sort of dry toastiness to the sweet, sugary pie filling. So those are my thoughts on the Abita Christmas Ale. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Liked it quite a bit. It's a good beer. Definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Thank you for watching this episode of the Craft Beer Geek. If you're watching this as it's released, I'm going to be doing Christmas beers all through the month of December for as long as I can keep finding new beers to try. Every Wednesday and Saturday evening, those will be uploaded. Keep an eye out, check back on the channel, subscribe if you aren't already, and that way you'll be kept up to date with all my future beer reviews. I thank you for that. As usual, you can find all my reviews over on craftbeergeek.com. They all get sorted by styles as well as by breweries, so if you want to see some of the other Abita beers I have had in the past, you can find it over there. And if you'd like to support the show, support what I'm doing here, you can do that by using my Amazon.com shopping links on the right-hand side of the page on craftbeergeek.com or in the show notes below here on YouTube. If you're going to be doing any last-minute Christmas shopping, remember to use those links. It helps out a lot. It doesn't cost you any extra. It just gives me a small commission from anything you buy. So thank you for that in advance. Thank you for watching this episode of the Craft Beer Geek. I'm Wes, the Craft Beer Geek. Please drink responsibly, and remember, I don't drink bad beer. You shouldn't either. See you next time. Cheers.